Alright guys, welcome back. We've spent the last few lectures talking about the makeup of your team and how your ability to lead it can impact a team's success. But no matter what kind of team you've got, the benefits of good communication extend well beyond making sure everyone's happy. It's about ensuring long-term success for your team. So let me elaborate a little here, because without good communication, problems multiply. Clear communication leaves no doubt about goals, strategies, direction, or how to deal with uncertainty. When things are unclear, people start making assumptions, which could be wrong and may start to doubt leadership. This lack of confidence could lead to fear or people deciding to change plans and just doing their own thing. Communication also allows people to better understand and value their colleagues, like their skills, experience, and expertise. Talking with people is one of the best ways to understand how they can provide value to the team. When people talk to each other, you see more collaboration and more trust. When they don't talk, though, the team's work may take longer and be generally unfocused. And communication can improve morale if people believe their voice is being heard. When people feel ignored, they might withdraw and devote less energy to the team or their work. Less talking and fewer voices means less collaboration and fewer great ideas. So what can we do about these communication issues? Well, one general solution is to eliminate any barriers that get in the way of people talking to each other. Now, those barriers could be things like lack of information, poor culture, and a fear of conflict. Let's discuss those specifically. As leaders, sometimes we feel like we need to hold information or not share details that might be negative in some way. But that just keeps the team from understanding the whole truth about why something is or is not working. Being transparent means sharing all the information you can about projects, progress, and results, so there's no mystery shrouding any outcomes or why you make decisions. So give your team the knowledge to understand how they're doing. Share dashboards and data, comments from leaders and customers, and give your team real information they can use to guide their work and improve it. We also mentioned in our lecture on leadership that leaders must be good listeners. So if you're going to listen, create an environment that encourages people to share ideas without fear or repercussions. It begins by telling people they're free to talk and then showing them that, hey, it's safe to do so. You might get started by having a meeting about a current project and asking for feedback. Tell people you want honest and open responses to a question or real opinions on how something makes them feel. Now, many workers stay conservative when they publicly give feedback because they don't want to be seen as a troublemaker or a complainer. But if you say it's okay, people will probably assume that it's true. So when people start to share their unfiltered feedback and responses, don't be surprised if some of them contain harsh truths. You need to be willing to accept and deal with negative feedback if you want honest, open talk. The challenge is to take that negative stuff and then turn it into a positive. So if there's a problem, deal with it immediately. If you don't, people will doubt your willingness to listen to this honest feedback, and they might not give it again. And with open communication, you might encounter some conflict, either with a teammate or between others. Disagreements are a natural part of being creative, but when they turn into something that keeps people from communicating, well, then you actually have a problem. The important thing is to deal with conflict as quickly as possible. Start by talking to those involved to understand the source of the conflict. Is it a difference of opinion, hard feelings about a choice that was made, or something more personal? Don't make assumptions. Ask questions to understand both sides. If you're forced to make a decision, be decisive, but remember your values. You might be able to solve a disagreement by referring back to the values you've established for the team, but move on as quickly as you can. You don't want lingering problems or bad feelings. Make sure everyone understands any decision you make and be consistent if the same problems come up again. Dealing with conflict in positive ways can be a powerful way to build your team and strengthen the bonds between people. Teams that know that they can handle adversity will feel more confident about the future, their team, and its leader. When teams communicate well, trust will build naturally, and in our next lecture, we'll talk about more ways to get your team to trust each other. See you then.